If you're just waking up with us, here are your morning headlines. Breaking news, a church up in flames right now in Contra Costa County. Smoke billowing up in the sky. You're taking a live look at the scene. Our crew just arrived on scene as firefighters rush to get this under control.
The state is opening up Pfizer COVID vaccine appointments for kids as young as 12 starting this morning. That means nearly 17 million more Americans are now eligible to get the shot.
Today, the San Francisco Police Department will hold a virtual town hall meeting to give an update on the investigation into the officer-involved shooting last week near Oracle Park. One suspect was shot. He is expected to be okay. 2 others got away. Good morning. It is 6:30 on Thursday, May 13th. I'm Michelle Griego.
And I'm Lynn Keys. Let's get right to that breaking news. Kit Doe live in Concord with the latest on this fire. A lot of smoke out there, Kit.
Yeah, a lot of smoke. There was a lot of flame out here, but it looks like actually a little bit of it popped up there on the left side of the roof. I don't think they've spotted it yet, but they are dumping a lot of water on this. They were in a defensive posture where they were spraying water from the exterior. And as you can see here, it looks like the firefighters have put a ladder up there. So we saw one of them climb into the building, so it looks like they're starting an interior attack. But this is the Church of the Nazarene at 1650 Ashbury in the city of Concord. This happened in the 5 o'clock hour, and we saw the smoke pop up, but we were at the mass vaccination site across the way. And then it's been burning now for a good about hour or so, and it continues to burn. Flames seem to be pretty stubborn in the roof part of this building here. I want to bring in John Olvera. He was the overnight security guard. He was sleeping in the building on the property here. You said you woke up and you smelled smoke, and then what happened?
Yes, sir. I smelled smoke. I looked out the window. I saw a police car. Looked out another window. I saw the big smoke, so I came on down, and y'all were here. You know, they were here.
This building, describe what it is. It's a two-story structure. It was an older building, yes?
Yes. This is one of the original structures. It was for classrooms and whatnot, and we'd had it cleaned out, and it's been abandoned. But we've had a lot of problems with the homeless and vagrants coming in there and making themselves at home. So, you know, it's about it.
You're thinking that someone may have started a fire there to keep warm, perhaps, or?
Yeah, I don't know why they would, start it, but I've had trouble with the vagrants here. I'm always running them off, and it's just they're in there. Maybe they're doing something, drugs or something, but who knows? I hope nobody was in there, like I said.
As far as you know, are there any injuries? Have you heard of anything of anybody being hurt?
No, just a structure.
Got it. All right. And from what you can tell, has it damaged the church, the sanctuary that's on the right here?
No, we have the office and the sanctuary and the gymnasium. They look all fine.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's John Olvera. I'm glad you're okay. So it looks like this is a 2-alarm fire that is ongoing. Still a very active scene out here. We'll get the official word from the battalion chief once he or she is available. That is the latest from here in Concord. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kid. And checking current conditions in Concord. Thankfully, just a light westerly wind, so it's really helping firefighters out there. Well, we are looking at that gray start to our day, tracking higher humidity as well with that stronger sea breeze kicking in for us. Temperatures running in the 40s and 50s. So in Concord with clear skies, 51 in Oakland, 52 Livermore with those clouds. Downtown San Francisco, 48, and looking at 53 San Jose and 46 for Santa Rosa. So here's what you can expect. That cloud cover sticks around along the coast. A cool day for you in the mid-50s. Around the bay, cool as well. With a mix of sun and clouds, we're talking upper 50s to low 60s. And our inland locations with that sunshine in the mid to upper 70s to low 80s. All right, if your morning commute takes you across the Bay Bridge, let's check in with Gianna. It's getting busy out there.
It is. You can expect a lot of brake lights for that ride now out of the East Bay into San Francisco. No accidents on the bridge itself, but definitely busy. Metering lights are officially on, and we are seeing traffic stacking up right there, right around the toll plaza. Getting busy now coming off the East Shore Freeway, and westbound 580 just a little slow as well. We do have some public transit delays. Capitol Corridor train number 521 delayed about 27 minutes between Martinez and Richmond. So plan for that this morning. The rest of public transit is on time. And if you are headed to the Altamont Pass this morning, we've got the usual stuff. It's certainly very busy coming out of Tracy, getting onto 580 into the pass. You've got a travel time there, pretty hefty, about 47 minutes to go from 205 over towards 680. Ann?
I'm Ann Makovic here at the live news desk, and let's take a live look at the White House this morning. President Biden is going to deliver remarks about the Colonial Pipeline and the gas shortage in just a couple of hours, likely urging Congress to pass his infrastructure and jobs bill. Yesterday, he signed an executive order to harden our cybersecurity defenses. Now, the Colonial Pipeline is back online this morning, but execs there say it's going to be several days before fuel deliveries are back to normal. GasBuddy.com says that right now more than 70% of gas stations in the Southeast are without fuel. And AAA reporting this morning that nationwide gas prices are above $3 a gallon for the first time since 2014. Of course, around here, our gas prices are higher, and $3 is chump change. But we'll keep an eye on that. Len.
All right, Ann, thank you. Developing this morning, clashes between Israelis and Palestinians continue while the international community urges the two sides to de-escalate. Right now, Egyptian officials say an Egyptian delegation is in Tel Aviv in efforts to negotiate a ceasefire and the conflict with Gaza. Tensions in the Middle East showing no signs of stopping. At least 69 Palestinians have been killed, including 16 children. The Israeli military says Gaza militants have fired more than 1,600 rockets at its border since Monday. Violence has also spilled into the streets of Israel, with groups of Jews and Arabs clashing yesterday. President Biden had this to say.
Israel has a right to defend itself when you have thousands of rockets flying into your territory.
The president also called on Palestinians to de-escalate. The U.S. is now sending an envoy to try and work out a ceasefire. This round of violence began weeks ago when Israel restricted gatherings during Ramadan and moved to evict some Palestinians from their homes in East Jerusalem.
Time now is 6:35, going live to Wall Street. Stocks are opening up. The Dow's up about 187 points right now. These numbers come after the Dow was hit hard once again yesterday, seeing its worst day since January. Going live to Sacramento now as part of a week-long tour. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom will highlight proposals for the state's small business relief program. The plan is to expand California's support for those businesses hit hardest by the pandemic. The proposal is part of the $100 billion California Comeback Plan.
California could soon lift its mask mandate. During an interview, Governor Gavin Newsom said face masks will likely end June 15th when the state plans to fully reopen. Some we spoke to say they'll continue wearing their masks even after the mandate. They also questioned the timing of the governor's announcement.
Yeah, I think it's a bit fast from what had happened before to all of a sudden just be like, oh yeah, that'll, be lifted. I think it's a bit quick.
I think it's political. I think Newsom's trying to save his butt, and he's wanting to get rid of it because there's a lot of people pissed off about the mask.
Well, masks will still be required indoors for large events like concerts or conventions. To the ongoing coronavirus crisis in India now, where the total number of cases has now surpassed 23 million. At last check, the death toll rose to just under 255,000. As the COVID-19 figures continue to peak, the federal government has ruled out a complete lockdown to contain the worsening situation. Some states have imposed night curfews or partial lockdowns.
Time now is 6:37.
Backpedaling with Bitcoin, why Elon Musk says the cryptocurrency payment for Tesla is now unacceptable. That's next on KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area.
And the market just opened up about 10 minutes ago. Let's go to another look at the big board here. The Dow's now up about 220 points. CBS Money Watch reporter Diane King-Call breaks down the numbers for us right after the break. We are continuing to follow that breaking news out of Contra Costa County. You're taking a look at crews dousing water onto this building at the Church of Nazarene in Concord. This is in the area of Ashbury Drive and Clayton Road, and you can see lots of crews out there. That building was just in flames just a short time ago, but it seems they have it under control. Now, on the right-hand side of that building, you see the sanctuary there. That does not seem to be affected by those flames.
flames, neither the gymnasium that's on campus there. Kit Doe did talk to somebody who lives on the grounds and said that the building that was on fire was actually vacant and had been for some time. But we still don't know if anyone was inside that building right now, but it looks like crews do have a handle on it. It just looks like totally damaged there as the roof caved in. Kit Doe is on the scene, and he's going to bring you another live report on this in just about 15 minutes.
It is 6:42, a better than expected jobless claims report. Plus, will the Dow make a rebound today? Diane King-Hall joining us live with all the numbers. Diane, good morning.
Good morning, Len. It looks like there is a little bit of a rebound happening so far with trading underway for a little less than 15 minutes. Let's get right to these numbers. Right now, the Dow is rallying 235 points over in the tech sector. You're seeing gains there. The Nasdaq is better by 133 points, so a triple-digit advance there. The S&P 500 is on the plus side as well. On the economic front, let's talk numbers there. 473,000. That is how many people filed for unemployment benefits last week, according to the Labor Department. It was better than expected and a decline of 34,000 from the prior week. It also marks a new pandemic-era low. Claims have been gradually improving as more people get vaccinated. Len?
I will take the improvement. Diane King-Hall of CBSMoneyWatch.com.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
All right.
Time now for a look at what's coming up later on CBS This Morning.
Gail King joins us now from New York. Good morning to you, Gail King.
Good morning to you, Lynn, Michelle, Mibel. Always good to see you. I had on CBS This Morning Dr. Anthony Fauci on what your parents need to know, talking to you parents, about Pfizer's COVID vaccine for your young adolescents in your house. Plus, first on CBS This Morning, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine tells us about his state's $1 million incentive to get people vaccinated. And only on CBS This Morning, basketball great, there he is, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, there's only one. It's got a big announcement from the NBA. And award-winning director Barry Jenkins tells Anthony why his latest work is the hardest creative project he's ever attempted. That's saying something. He's done lots of great stuff. So we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. Very fascinated to hear what the Ohio governor has to say, guys, about $1 million lottery for people that get a vaccine.
Yeah.
There will be one winner.
Oh.
Will that encourage people to get a vaccination?
I think
could.
so.
Yeah, $1 million.
Money talks.
Pretty good incentive there.
That's what he said, too.
All right, Gail King.
All right.
Thanks so much.
So we'll see you guys about 15 minutes.
Yes.
See you then.
Yep,
All
we'll see you
right.
then. Bye. Well, the cost of everything from gas to food and clothes and used cars is going up. Economists are worried about the threat of inflation, and many believe it's a byproduct of all the money the federal government pumped into the economy during the pandemic. According to AAA, a gallon of premium gas in California has climbed from roughly $3 a year ago to nearly $4.50 today. That's a 44% increase.
I've noticed a huge increase in gas prices recently.
The average person will feel it when they go to the grocery store, but they're going to notice that bill keeps getting slightly higher.
The Consumer Price Index, a basic measure of how much we pay for things, rocketed up 4.2% in April. That is the biggest jump in 13 years.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk is backpedaling on the company's stance about Bitcoin, ordering a halt to Tesla purchases with the cryptocurrency. The change of stance comes just weeks after Tesla's CFO, Zach Kirkhorn, said the company believes in the longevity of Bitcoin. In a tweet, Musk explained the decision, citing an increased use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, saying the negative impact on the environment is too great. 6:45 is the time now. Let's see how busy the roads are with your commute. Here's Gianna.
It is a busy commute this morning. In fact, I'm just watching this traffic fill in at the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza. Just checked in with CHP, and we're getting first reports of an accident just past the pay gates near the incline involving a big rig, and at least one lane is blocked. So keeping a close eye on that. Traffic is busy anyway for that ride out of the East Bay as you head into San Francisco. Meteor lights were turned on just about 6:25 this morning. So slow ride here, slow coming off the East Shore, and starting to see some brake lights now coming off of that westbound 580 as you head over into the MacArthur Maze. A live look here at the San Mateo Bridge. You can see there's some tow crew activity there off to the right shoulder. This is not too far from the toll plaza, and traffic is crowded anyway for that westbound ride coming out of Hayward, heading over into Foster City. Give yourself about 17 minutes now to go westbound over towards 101. Golden Gate Bridge, though, looks pretty good. So far, we're not seeing any major issues, just a little foggy on 101 as you head through Sausalito. It's the usual brake lights as you come out of Tracy on 205, getting onto 580, heading into the Altamont Pass. You've got a slow ride there, and things definitely starting to bog down for your ride on Highway 4 this morning. Looks like things starting to slow right around Pittsburgh westbound all the way towards Bay Point. You've got brake lights also as you head on 242 connecting onto 680 through that Concord area. So let's get a look at our travel times now. Westbound 580, 205 to 680, 49 minutes. Highway 4 also slow, 45 minutes to go from Antioch over towards 80. East Shore Freeway, and if you're connecting onto 80, give yourself about 18 minutes to go westbound 80 from Highway 4 down towards the MacArthur Maze. It is 6:47. Time to check your forecast. A little cool and a little gray today. Here's Mary.
Yeah, I gotta love our Pacific Ocean breeze cooling us down once again, and our cool down continues through the work week and into our weekend. You can see that May gray, those clouds and areas of fog in San Francisco, along the coast and around the bay this morning, even catching a bit of drizzle in spots this morning due to that sea breeze kicking in for us. Our temperatures are running in the 40s and 50s. Now, Concord, you have a little bit more sunshine at 51, but those clouds in Oakland at 51 as well. Livermore 52, downtown San Francisco at 48, 53 in San Jose, and 46 for Santa Rosa. So checking the visibility, looking at that marine stratus, not just along the coast, but around the bay and even some of our inland locations as well. It really indicating that westerly flow, that onshore push for the Bay Area. So you can see that on our winds, looking at just calm to light conditions for many locations with those winds out of the west, although 24-mile-per-hour winds in Fairfield once again as we start off our day. So here's what you can expect as we head through the afternoon. A cool day along the coast with those clouds, mid-50s. Cool around the bay, upper 50s to low 60s with a mix of sun and clouds. A little bit more sunshine inland with highs in the mid to upper 70s to low 80s. So a mild day inland, definitely not as hot as earlier in the week. So that cool down continues for the Bay Area. Now, as we look to our weekend, tracking this low pressure system, this trough of low pressure that could bring a bit of mist or drizzle on Saturday and the possibility of some thunderstorms up in the Sierra. So watching that closely for you. Tracking the winds out of the west as we head through our day, cooling us down, and we are looking at that stronger marine influence as we look to your Friday for even cooler temperatures. Now, we've been watching relative humidity increase as we go through the next several days. We'll continue to see that higher humidity, thankfully so. So at least that lower fire danger for the Bay Area. But of course, everything is still so dry out there with an extreme drought for the entire region. As we take you hour by hour with our skies, the clouds pushing back to the coast, and that'll be the case once again for your Friday. Now, daytime highs for the South Bay, a mild and pleasant day with that sunshine. 78 in Santa Clara, San Jose, 84 from Morgan Hill. As we look to the East Bay, from 90s earlier in the week to about 80 degrees in Concord, Pleasant Hill, upper 70s to low 80s for the Tri-Valley. Around the Bay, cool for you. So 58 in San Francisco, 57 in Daly City, looking at 64 in Alameda, 63 in Oakland, and for the North Bay, we're talking upper 60s to low to mid 70s. 74 for a high in Santa Rosa this afternoon, and looking at 75 for Windsor. Here's the extended forecast and what you can expect, cooling it down Friday into our weekend and continuing with those cooler temperatures, actually down to average, if not below average, as we look ahead to early next week.
Happening tonight, it is the season 4 finale of Young Sheldon. This season has been full of ups and downs for both Sheldon and his siblings, Georgie and Missy. Georgie spent the season looking for ways to earn money and struggled with saying, "I love you" to his girlfriend. And Missy, she goes through her first heartbreak, and it leads to a series of events that leaves the Cooper family on the brink. And even the actors themselves don't know where the writers will take the show from here.
It's going to leave the viewers wondering what's going to happen next season. And even us as, you know, the actors on the show, we don't even know what's going to happen.
We know as much as you guys about next season, and we're so excited to find out what's going to go on next season. And I've asked the writers, like, do you guys have an idea of what's going to happen? And they're like, yeah, we have an idea. That's it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Just give me a hint, please.
You can watch the season finale of Young Sheldon tonight at 8 right here on KPIX 5.
Graduation season is here, and all month long we are celebrating our Bay Area grads. A big shout out to Umar Diop in Fremont. He's graduating from Washington High School, and in the fall he is heading to the United States Military Academy at West Point. He plans to major in computer engineering and science. A huge congrats to Umar. Send a photo of your grad to 2021grads@cbs.com, or you can tag KPIX on social media. No professional photos though, please. Be sure to include their name, city, and a little about them, and you may see them on TV.
I'm Kit Doe on the scene of breaking news in the city of Concord. The Church of the Nazarene is on fire. They are putting out the flames as we speak. We'll have a live report.
Plus, a huge step on the road to recovery. Get ready to book a vaccine shot for your kids. What you need to know about getting an appointment.
Streaming today on CBS Bay Area, CBS Sports is set to broadcast the PGA Championship. This morning, we will bring you a preview of the coverage live at 8. Then at 10, we will live stream as some San Francisco officials show support for Chesa Boudin. Plus more with the stars of Young Sheldon ahead of the season finale. You can watch at KPIX.com or on the KPIX app.
I'm Kit Doe coming to you live from the city of Concord. You are looking at live pictures of breaking news at the Church of the Nazarene. This is on 1650 Ashbury Drive, trying to douse some stubborn flames here at an outbuilding. This started at 5:30 in the morning. Overnight security guard tells me he woke up to the smell of smoke. This quickly went to 2 alarms. The firefighters tried to enter the building to attack the flames from the inside, but the flames had a hold of the structure, so much so that they had to back out and then spent the better part of an hour now spraying water on it from the outside. They have put up some ladders, tried to enter it now to douse the flames, but it looks like they're having a tough go of it. We're going on about an hour and a half of them trying to fight these flames now. This was a vacant, abandoned section of the church, and it looks like they have stopped the flames from progressing into the main structure of the church. This is the administrative building here. The main sanctuary here to my left looks like it's going to be okay. So they do not have a point of origin or a cause of this fire, but they have had problems in the past of homeless folks breaking into that building and camping out. We'll bring you more later on in the day, but for now, we are live in Concord. Kit Doe, KPIX 5.
I'm Ann Makovic at the live news desk, and the search is on right now for a man who shot and killed a 12-year-old girl in Antioch last night. It happened at a home on Oak Haven Way. Police now looking for a male suspect who took off before officers got there at 7 p.m. They found the girl in an upstairs bedroom. She had been shot at least once and died there at the home. They are now accepting anonymous tips. I have more info on that on my Twitter page at KPIX. Lena Michelle.
6:57, time for a look at this morning's other top stories.
Today, San Francisco police will hold a virtual town hall meeting to give an update on the investigation into an officer-involved shooting that happened last week. Saw happen near Oracle Park on Varney Place on May 7th. Police say officers were trying to pull over a car which was linked to some auto burglary suspects. One suspect was shot, 2 others got away. Some relief for teens and preteens. The state is opening up Pfizer COVID vaccine appointments for kids as young as 12 today. This comes after the CDC gave the green light this week. Governor Newsom has announced California will drop its mask mandate on June 15th. Some are wary, though, but health officials say it's important for the public to trust that restrictions only lift as conditions improve.
Another check of the big board. Let's see how it's doing now. The Dow's up about 355 points. It just keeps climbing. These numbers come as 473,000 Americans have filed for unemployment, marking a new pandemic-era low. San Francisco's House of Prime Rib restaurant will be closed for 24 hours. The owners have asked the Department of Public Health to carry out another inspection in the wake of food safety concerns.
And as we take a look at the roadways, if you're getting ready to head out the door, live look here at the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, where traffic is starting to stack up at the toll plaza. No major issues as far as accidents go, but things definitely getting busy for that ride westbound if you're headed over into Marin. Over on the Bay Bridge toll plaza, we had a trouble spot reported right past the toll gates, right near the incline. Looks like that's been cleared out of lanes, but traffic busy anyway. Meteor lights are on, and you're backed up to just about the foot of the maze at this point. And the San Mateo Bridge, it's getting crowded westbound over towards 101. Mary?
And you can see those gray skies on Gianna's live traffic cameras this morning. Here's another view with our Treasure Island camera looking at the Bay Bridge. And we are starting off our day with that marine stratus along the coast around the bay and even some of our inland spots. So areas of fog and low clouds and even some patchy drizzle in spots. So 40s and 50s, although Concord is seeing a little bit more sunshine compared to the rest of the region. And as we head through the day, cool and cloudy along the coast, a mix of sun and clouds, cool around the bay, and mostly sunny inland with those mild temperatures. So 58 in San Francisco, 63 in Oakland, 78 in San Jose, and 80 for Concord. We're going to continue to cool it down Friday into the weekend and also early next week. Back to you.
All right, Mary, thanks so much. And thanks for watching KPIX 5 News this morning. Don't forget the news continues all day on CBSN Bay Area.
CBS This Morning is coming up next. Have a great Thursday.